guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla and today I'm taking you along with me. This is the largest blanket that I have ever made. This blanket is 70 by 90 inches. It is huge. It's a little bit bigger than a twin size, but that was just so that I could get all of the squares perfectly even. This was my first time quilting a blanket like this, and I did flannel and Minky Dot on one side, and then on the back is yellow Minky Dot. It is super cute. This was so fun to make. It definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I had a blast. I learned so much. I honed in new skills, and I definitely recommend quilting a blanket like this. It was absolutely so fun. So the only thing that I did different on this than when I normally make flannel and Minky blankets is this time I actually did pre-wash my flannel fabric. Usually with my care instructions, I say wash on delicate, no detergent, and hang to dry. I've never had shrinking problems like that, which is why I always tell everybody that I don't pre-wash. And you don't know like what kind of allergies people have, but because this is so technical and there were so many squares, I didn't want to have, you know, crazy shrinking in like different parts. So I did pre-wash. I used free and clear detergent and laundry softener in it. So yeah, so this is the one time I actually did pre-wash it. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the video. Like I said, this took me quite a few days to make, so you're going to see quite a few outfit changes. But I am in love with the final product, so I hope you guys are too. So this is my little very professional diagram that I made. So now I know exactly how many squares I need to cut of which color, which size. The orange highlighter is the orange Minky Dot. The white is this construction fabric. And then I wrote down here, so I need 31 orange Minky Dot squares, 32 construction flannel squares, and then for the back, 36 of the back color squares. So I have my little cheat sheet here, and then I have this. My husband, I know it's kind of hard to see, obviously it's clear. My husband works for a glass company, and this is just a spare piece of acrylic that they had, so he cut it for me. It is 11 by 11, and each of my squares are going to be 10 by 10. So this is going to give me my seam allowance for every single square. So I'm just going to use this and cut right around this, and this is just going to be my quick, easy guide for every single square since there's so many of them. So we're going to go ahead and cut out our 32 construction squares. And I did get finally a new blade for my rotary cutter, so I have a brand new blade to go ahead and get through this project. So I'm just going to place it right where I want it and then cut all my squares. Now I'm starting to put my strips together. With the Minky Dot, I paid extra attention to which way the nap was going when I added each square, so that once it was all completed, the nap was going the same direction as all of the rest of the Minky Dot squares, and that it was also going the same direction as the construction print. You don't want the print facing one way and then the nap, you know, going the opposite way. So I did pay extra attention to that. And of course, with the construction print, I made sure that was all facing the same direction and one of them wasn't like upside down or anything like that. So, and I said earlier that this blanket is 70 inches by 90 inches. So I am doing 9 strips of 7 squares. And once I have my strips done, I will sew them all together to make the whole front panel. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys how I have this. Sorry for my shadow, hopefully it's not too bad. But I have the clip right where the corners meet for each square. So I basically just flatten and then line it up and clip it, and then I do pins on the rest of it. So this is really helping me keep my squares right where I want them so that they don't get all wonky, so they are good to go. And here I'm doing the back side of the blanket, which is the yellow Minky Dot. This side went much faster since I didn't have 2 different patterns to pay attention to. I just had to make sure the nap was going the same way on every single piece. And for this side, I also did the 9 strips of 7 squares and then sewed the strips together.
Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you every time? I remember that it's over, yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah, yeah. You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay, it's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot, it's almost like I can't stop, yeah, yeah. I always knew that this would happen, yeah. You would find a new distraction. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Can we let go of tomorrow? Yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot, it's almost like I can't stop, yeah, yeah. You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay, it's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot, it's almost like I can't stop, yeah, yeah. It's almost like I can't stop. Yeah, yeah. Can't stop. No, no. Think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop.
Okay guys, so hopefully you can see how I have this blanket here. This blanket is so big. I have it folded over and I have this on the hoop. I didn't film this part, but I have it floating on the hoop and I have masking tape on my hoop just so that the basting adhesive didn't get all over the hoop. So I have it exactly where I want it to go, but I do have my chair right here just so that, because this blanket is so heavy, you guys, it is huge. So I have this chair here basically just holding up the rest of the blanket. Don't mind the mess in my room. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the name embroidered. I have it all set up and ready to go. I've already traced it, so I just need to start. So I'm gonna put some water soluble stabilizer on top and then get to stitching. So this is my first blanket on the Ricoma and I'm really excited. Also, because this blanket is so large, I am using the D hoop that came with the machine, which is the 8x12. So it is much bigger than the PE 800. So that is why I'm using the Ricoma instead of my PE 800 like I normally do, in case you guys are wondering, because obviously with such a large blanket, I wanted the name to match. So I have, I used the 2.5 inch Charlie font. I will leave it down below. I think I got it from Rivermill Embroidery on Etsy, but I will make sure to leave a link down below. So yeah, so it is the 12x8 hoop. If you've been thinking about getting a multi-needle machine, you guys, now is the time. Ricoma is having their biggest promotion of the year right now. From now until November 10th, they have lowered machine prices and now offer them for only $125 a month. This is huge. 0% financing. They are offering free shipping, which saves you up to $1,500. If you buy a single head machine, free Chroma Plus, their digitizing software, and if you buy a multi-head machine, you get Chroma Luxe for free. You guys, this is absolutely huge. So if you've been thinking about getting one, make sure you click my link below to get yours before this promotion is over. taking all of the pins and clips and I'm going to turn the blanket right side out. I left a much bigger opening than I normally do, obviously because this blanket is ginormous. So I left about a 10-inch opening.
Drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you.
Then I'm going to take my clips around the edge one more time to keep the fabric in place so that I can do my top stitch. The top stitch really adds a clean edge to the blanket in my opinion and closes the hole that I left open where I turned the blanket out. I do know other sewers who close the hole with a hidden ladder stitch, so you can do whatever you feel more comfortable doing, but I personally like the top stitch and I always do just a straight top stitch. Sometimes I will close it with like a decorative like zigzag stitch. It just depends, but I usually just do a straight top stitch. The only guide that I use when I do my top stitch is I line up the edge of the blanket with the edge of the presser foot, the right edge of the presser foot. For me, that is really easy to keep the same measurement all the way around the whole blanket. And here is the final blanket. You guys, this blanket is huge. I am 5 foot exactly and was totally not tall enough to hold this blanket up. I tried while my husband took the pictures. I wish I got better pictures, but I seriously cared more about not getting the blanket dirty than I did getting a good picture. So these will have to suffice for now. All I care about is that Finley has a very magical moment opening this on Christmas morning. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This blanket was definitely a challenge, but I loved every second of it. So leave me a comment down below and say hi, and I will see you guys next time.